Hey, how's it going, buddy? You can find it for you. I'm going here with some quick little you can use on Judgment Light. We have for all you Noble Knight fans, which I'm quite excited for this, we have another Noble Knight coming out. Noble Knight Drystan. This is going to be a secret rare in Judgment Light. It has 1800 attack and 800 defense, it looks like. I'm here on the strategy site, so I'll link to where you can find this in the description below. But this is a brand new Noble Knight card. It has a lot of potential and it has a pretty damn good effect, in my opinion. The effect is, while you control another Noble Knight monster, your opponent cannot target your monsters with less attack than 1800s, except for this card for attacks or with card effects. When a Noble Knight's equipped spell card is equipped to this card, target one face-up card on the field, destroy that target. You can only use this effect once per turn. So he pretty much turns all your equips into destruction effects, in a sense, to where you can just pop a face-up card on the field. This is really freaking cool. This is a really fantastic card for the archetype. And they talk about how you can combine this with Noble Knight Medrot, which is pretty much that 1700 attack power Noble Knight that when you equip to him, like he becomes level 5, becomes an effect monster, and then you can attach, like you can send one equipped spell card equipped to him to special summon a Noble Knight monster from the deck, except for himself. So you can basically send the equipped spell card, summon Drystan, equip the equipped spell card back onto Drystan, and the Drystan effect activates popping and card on the field, and it leaves you open for rank 4 exceeds. Really freaking cool. Then here's the description right here. Summon Medrot, equip him with the Noble Arms to turn on its effect. Use Medrot to special summon Drystan from the deck. Destroy the Noble Arms to finish Medrot's ability. Since you can re-equip each Noble Arms card once per turn, equip it to Drystan. Use Drystan's effect to destroy a monster. Overlay Medrot and Drystan for a rank 4 exceed summon. So you can go for Excalibur, Blade Armor Ninja, Constellar Omega, Paladamio. There's a lot that you can go for with this thing. Using Medrot to bring out another Noble Knight and a rank 4 is the standard Noble Knight play. But with Drystan as your special summon, you can trade your Noble Arms and Medrot for an exceed summon and a destruction effect. Instead of just losing a card in the process, that makes the basic rank 4 play way better. If your opponent only controls one monster, you can dish out 4,000 plus damage with the right exceed summon. Just remember, Drystan's effect is mandatory, so you shouldn't equip him if he's the only face-up card on the field. So this is something you should always remember. Mandatory effects are mandatory, meaning if he has to destroy. So if you so there's nothing on the field and you equip him with this equipped spell card, well, guess what? He's going to the fucking graveyard, or anything you control is going to the graveyard. So you have to make sure, and it is face up. So he has to target face up monsters. So that's actually pretty cool. It talks about some cards that he can protect you from, such as Breaking Skill, Compulse, or Spellbook of Fate. But Fate doesn't target. So they get that mixed up. Okay. For those you don't know, Spellbook of Fate does not target. It doesn't technically. It targets, but it doesn't target. It's like Trishula. Trish doesn't target, even though you're technically selecting cards, but she doesn't target, so you couldn't change anything. So Fate should still be able to go around. Be able to go around it because it doesn't target. So because of it, it should go around Drystan. I could be wrong on that. They could make it to where it does target. But as far as I know, Fate doesn't target. That's what I saw last time when I looked at rulings on Spellbook of Fate. So combined with the face down destruction of Noble Arms, whatever, I can't pronounce these names. And pretty much like you have a MST right there, and you have a destruction. You have basically 2 destruction cards right then and there. So this is gonna be pretty cool. And this is coming on Judgment of Light. Noble Knight Drystan takes everything Noble Knights want to do and then makes those plays better and less risky. It's useful on its own, it's great in big combos, and it's going to be a must-run for any Noble Knight deck. I'm definitely trying this out when it gets onto Pro. I really cannot wait to see this thing in action because I'll be testing this thing out like there's no tomorrow. This is going to be pretty fun, and this is great for Noble Knight decks. I am very excited that they're still getting support. And like always, I'm sure there's going to be a Noble Arm spell card coming with this because they usually come in pairs. We usually get a Noble Knight monster, and then we get an equipped spell card. Now, one thing I would love for them to do with this archetype is give them some traps. They have no, as far as I know, they have no traps going for them. They have a bunch of equipped spell cards, and they have a bunch of monsters. It's missing it's missing the traps. Sure you can use basic traps like Mirror Force, Solemn Compulse, Bottomless Ritual, but they're missing their own traps. Whether they're good or not, I would like for them to get some traps on their own, so that way they can at least have a complete set, in a sense, monster spells and traps. But traps that could be basically useful in the deck that can really help them out. But anyway, give me thoughts on Noble Knight Drystan. I'm quite excited for it. What the fuck? Na na na, like no, go na 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 na. Barbara Drystan. What the fuck? I don't even want to know who put that there. Anyway, that was actually pretty cool. So anyway, give me thoughts on this card in the comment section below. And how many of these things you're gonna run? Are you gonna be testing out? I'm gonna be testing it out. Definitely, I'm testing it in 3s. And I'm interested to see what the Noble Arms card is going to be, because like I said, they usually bring them out in pairs. Noble Knight and Noble Arms. So it's going to be quite interesting to see what they bring out in terms of the Noble Arms spell card. Or then maybe bring out like a Noble Arms trap. I like to see a couple traps going for these guys. To, just because, it's just some traps, because I'm not a big, I like this archetype a lot, but I kind of wish it had some traps to kind of back it up a little bit. So anyway, comment, rate, subscribe, and bye.